let's take a look at polygons. So polygons mostly refer to triangles, but there are some other things in here. So like first question be something like, there's 3 interior angles in a triangle, right? There's 3 angles in a triangle, and it will say measures, say 25, 50, and something, and find whatever that something is, right? Which we're calling x. And how do we know that, right? So I just wrote the formula there, right? So it gave us 25 and 50. You need to know that the 3 angles in a triangle always add up to 180. And the third one we didn't know, right? So now if we add 25 and 50, that gives us 75 plus x equals 180. Now it's starting looking pretty obvious. Subtract 75, both sides, x 105 degrees, right? And then if you want to back check it, 105 plus 50 plus 25 equals 180, right? Like 105 plus 50 is 155, 155 plus 25, 180. So that's how we solve that. That's a common one. They give you 2, you have to find the third one in a triangle, always equals 180. Enter those 2 numbers, add them up, solve for x. Okay, perimeter. The perimeter is probably the simplest one, right? So they just say, here's my triangle, and these aren't degrees because they're not inside near the angles, right? So this is like length of the side. It says 5, 7, and 10. What is the perimeter? So perimeter just means add the 3 up, right? So it's just 5 plus 7 plus 10 is 22, right? 5 plus 7 is 12, 12 plus 10, 22. So perimeter just means add them up in a triangle. Okay, area. So let's draw this guy. Area in a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So we have these sides are 6, base is 10, and then height left with little dotted lines, 7. Okay, so they tried to trick you, if this was the question, because they gave you these sides, and it seems like there's something that we should do with it, right, for area. But again, area is 1/2 base times height. That's the base, the bottom, that's the height, okay? So area 1/2, 10, which is the base, times 7, which is the height. Don't worry about these. These guys don't mean anything. Sides don't mean anything for area of a triangle, right? 10 times 7 is 70. Half of 70 is 35. Area would be 35. Okay? Again, that's a formula you got to know for triangles. Area equals 1/2 base times height. And don't worry about the sides. Okay, so a few different kinds of triangles here. So, got that guy, right triangle, okay? And what you're looking at here, so the way you know that it's a right triangle is you're gonna see this little box down here in the corner. That signifies that it's a right triangle. A right triangle is 90 degrees, okay? And what that means is that these 2 angles right here are both gonna have to be acute. Acute means less than 90, right? How do I know that, right? The reason that I know that is that these 2, so I have one that's 90, and there are 2 left, and 3 angles in a triangle add up to 180, right? So these 2, since we already got 90 here, these 2 are also gonna have to add up to 90. So even if this one is as much as possible, 89, and this one's as small as possible, 1, they're both still less than 90. So right triangle has 2 acute angles. Got 3 triangles to know. Okay. isosceles, right? So we have an isosceles, we'll see something like that. Okay, this means they're equal, right? Equal. And so that in isosceles, what we know is that we have two equal sides, right? Pretty easy, right? That's all you really have to know there, is knowing that you have two equal sides, then it's isosceles. And your final one, look, you'd see a triangle that look like this. Okay, so they're all equal, right? So that means that we have three equal sides with an equilateral triangle. So again, with the triangles, equilateral, three equal sides, isosceles, two equal sides, right triangle, two acute angles. Okay, last one, trapezoid. Okay, trapezoid maybe is the hardest one to remember. It's still area of a trapezoid is 1/2. Area of trapezoid equals 1/2 base times height, but a lot of times with a trapezoid they'll give you two bases, right? So they'll say, like, what do we have here? Bases have a length of 8 and 10, height is 5, and they want you to solve, right? So all you do is you add the bases together, right? So area equals 1/2 times 8 plus 10 times 5, right? And then you go about solving it from here. 1/2, 8 plus 10 is 18 times 5. Okay, 18 times 5 is 90, and 1/2 of 90 is 45. So in this case, the area of the trapezoid is 45. The key point here to remember is first that you need to know area of a trapezoid is 1/2 base times height. They give you more than one base, you would just add them together. That's all you gotta know.